everybody.
Hey, what's going on, guys?
I am Janae Strother.
I'm Sean Spencer.
Back.
We are back.
We are back, ladies and gentlemen.
I gotta go out and hold up.
Come on. The lion. The lion. New man so fine. Kirk Cousins.
All right. I am Janae Strother.
I'm Sean Spencer.
And this is Let's Talk Football.
I can tell you how I feel about Washington football. Weekly, baby. I can tell you how I feel about Washington football. Woo! Weekly, yes, sir. You know who it is. It's your boy, Sean Spencer, one half of that dynamic duo that's Let's Talk Football, and 1/4, baby, of the fearsome foursome that is Washington Football Weekly. You know who it is. It's your boy, and I'm with the guys. I'm with the crew, my road dogs. To the left, my guy. South Carolina's eggplant, Dub K in the building, Will Kramer, baby. Let's go.
Look at it, New Jersey. Got the 4-7 on. New Jersey.
Yeah. With the fresh stitched 4-7, the Chris Cooley. I like that.
Yeah.
Oh, I like that. Yo, and hey, we have to talk about my main man. We got to talk about Mr. Moist, okay? The shirtless wonder is in the building. Hello! Yeah. How we doing today, guys?
Blessed, man. Definitely blessed.
I can dig it. Oh, I already got people watching. What's up, Kat? Yep.
Oh,
coming back after the show. Yep.
Oh,
No hair. Yo, hey, what's up, Nathan? I'll be sure. Yes, sir. Glad you picked up on that. One.
Someone did. I had no clue what you're singing.
Yo, at the beginning, I almost forgot. I was like, wait, what is the last? All right, I got it.
Huh?
Yo, but we're here with you. It's another Wednesday, ladies and gentlemen. Football is literally like 2 weeks away. It's less than 50 days till the season is here. I can't wait, ladies and gentlemen. I am so excited. I am so hyped. Oh my goodness, it cannot get here soon enough, ladies and gentlemen. But we got a lot to talk to you about. We're gonna go into a little of the league information, the league news that we got going on. But first and foremost, got to do my birthdays. Got to definitely take a minute and shout out my old principal, my old school director at Mount Pleasant Christian Academy, Miss Margaret Aguirre. Love you so much. Love you dearly. When I came out of school, I went and did my little stint at the YMCA. Will, you was one of the ones that got me in. I worked there for a couple years, and I started in teaching there, and she actually kind of groomed me at Mount Pleasant Christian Academy is where I went after that, and I taught there for almost a decade. I still, kind of work part-time there, just kind of helping out, doing whatever, but she was always, she was the most patient person. The most patient person in the world. And ladies and gentlemen, I'm one who needs patience. Kat, you know it. So happy birthday to you. Happy birthday. And I got to also shout out my cousin, the Mary Kay consultant, Kristen Vandergrift. Kristen Evans is her Facebook name, ladies and gentlemen. I want you to shout her out. I can't say the age, obviously, but she's a youngster. She's getting it done. Graduated in med school, I believe, doing EMS, EMT work, this type of stuff. So, yo, shout you out, baby girl. And you already know you my road dog. Whenever we need to leave Thanksgiving dinner and take a drive, you my girl. So, happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Now, with that being said, with our birthdays, we also talk about some of the upsetting moments in life. And this one in particular, it stinks. We talk about our Len Snyder passed away, ladies and gentlemen, mother of Dan Snyder. And I know we talk about Dan all the time. You know, he makes it hard not to talk about him. Let's be very honest about that. But you know, you still don't want this to happen. You still don't want anybody to have to go through losing a parent. So, you know, prayers go to the Snyder family. Prayers go to, you know, everybody within. You know, sending our love from Washington Football Weekly, man. Hope y'all are able to handle that. Did you guys want to say anything about it? Really not much.
I'll jump on that. Like,
Yeah.
Don't like the man, Dan Snyder, but honestly, you don't want to see harm done to anybody or to their family. You don't wish that upon anybody. So, big prayers for that, man. Like, I can't even imagine. My mom's still here, and it's just like, that's just a hard thing to even think about, just to lose your mama, man. So,
yeah.
Dan Snyder, I'm sorry, man. Like, my condolences, prayers for you and your family. She's looking down upon us, man. That's the only comfort that we can really home in on. So again, I'm sorry, and I'm praying for you and your family.
Yeah, absolutely. Will, you got anything? Are you good?
No, I just hope. Yeah, I mean, the thought of for any child of when the time comes your parents go is terrifying, and so you just hope that the opportunity they have to gather with family and with friends and reminisce on the good times and the memories is what helps them through these moments.
You know, and shout out to Kat, whether you like him or not. This is such a tragedy. Heart out to Snyder and the family. So that is definitely upsetting, and we wish you the best. With that being said, we're going to go back to a little bit of joy. Well, joy for one of your teams. If you are a fan of the Milwaukee Bucks, ladies and gentlemen, your team is world champions. Last night, the Milwaukee Bucks did what they said they were going to do. Win in 6. They won in 6 after going down 2-0 to Chris Paul and the Phoenix Suns. The Milwaukee Bucks with an amazing performance by Giannis, who scored, I believe, 40 points in 5 of the 6 games, maybe 4 of the 6. I mean, just dominated.
A lot, bro.
Yeah. You know, capped it off with a 50-point performance. A lot of you watched when Ayton got the oop, and then all of a sudden you hear the block heard around the world, and Giannis just got in between it, and then just to the camera. So shout out to him. I know you've been waiting. I know you've been trying to get that title. I'm so happy for you, Giannis. And you know what? You know what's funny, Will? You know, I thought about last night, and I started seeing the fans. I saw some of the fans crying and this and that. And I remember there was a post that I had read a while ago, and it was 2 girls talking, and the girl said, I think I shared it with you guys. What's the one thing that every man wants more than anything else? It's for their team to win it all. That's what, think of it. If we got that, if our team won it all, man, dare I even say this right now? But if our team won it all, man, I wouldn't be good for anybody. My girl, leave me be. I'm just gonna sit.
Let me be in my field.
Right.
Leave me alone for about 3 days. Right. Just leave me alone.
Exactly, man. So shout out to Milwaukee. Shout out to the Bucks. I think it was 50 years ago since the last time y'all have had this kind of glory. Shout out to you guys. That's what's up. And actually, with it being the Milwaukee Bucks winning the championship, we're also going to talk this week, since it's not a lot about Washington going on. We're going to go around the league and talk about some big news that's coming out. And one of the big things that we've been talking about all off season, that damn bad man, Aaron Rodgers. Ladies and gentlemen, we just found out Aaron Rodgers was offered a 2-year extension by the Packers and turned it down. Ab, why are we still talking about this man, Ab? Like, what is this about?
You already said it. He's the baddest man in football, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, he's a bad man. And he's just not happy, man. Like, and this should be a lesson for everybody. I know, and I always tell you guys, there's a difference between, like, honestly, this money seems big to us because we don't got it. But like Aaron Rodgers, this man's been like he's on this like third or fourth contract right now. So honestly, he can just say, "I'm that like even though you guys are going to show me respect by paying me, making me the highest paid player in the league, it's already been done. Like you already disrespected me, and it's a lesson to everybody.
Yeah,
money doesn't absolve disrespect. You know what I'm saying? Like and Aaron Rodgers is telling everybody that this isn't just about money. You know what I'm saying? It's really not. You guys are. Let's just be real. Like they're pretty much doing an Andrew Luck to Aaron Rodgers, and they're just not giving this man his respect. Like this man, like honestly, if the first job isn't to protect this man, then have this man have a career like Tom Brady, then what's your front office doing? Like what are you guys doing? You can pay this man all you want, but if you're not surrounding him with things to make him have a 50-year, this man should, like, honestly, he shouldn't be running for his life every play. And honestly, good quarterbacks like that should be playing until they're about 50 if their team is doing it right. And they're just not setting them up for that, and they haven't been for years. So Aaron Rodgers wants a little control. He wants just a little say-so saying, hey, like, especially when it comes to the draft. And when they drafted Jordan Love, it was a slap in the face. Like, Aaron Rodgers, you're not our dude. Like, honestly, F you and everything you wrote in on.
Right.
So, thanks for nothing.
Yeah, and to me, Aaron, like, they just signed him to a big contract too, and then like they're basically saying, oh, but we're thinking about moving on from you too. So nah, it's not about money. It's about the respect. And Aaron Rodgers is giving his soul without even complaining to this team, and they're just saying F you. So Aaron Rodgers just wants out. And honestly, can anybody blame this man? Can any of you blame this man for just wanting out? I know everyone that's a fan that's sitting there looking at this and like, oh, they threw all this money at him. How dare he? And everything like that. Guys, these players aren't starving for money. So you can't just throw money at a player and then think that's going to solve shit. It's not. These players aren't us. To us, we'd be like, okay, I'll throw my mama in a ditch. Is that what you want? Like, you know what I mean? If you're gonna pay me that amount, okay. But these guys aren't us. So stop holding these guys to our regular ass standards, and just look at them and just be like, look, you can't pay this man off, and you just need to hurry up and trade them.
I mean, exactly. It's about damn time. Yo, shout out to Wendy who's watching us, saying what's up. Congratulations, Wendy. Diehard Bucks fan and Packers fan. One team is way high, and the other one might be without a quarterback. Wendy, I hope for you that you can go into the season with a quarterback. But Will, Ab hit it on the head. They've been disrespecting this man. They drafted his replacement a couple years ago. They have not helped him outside of ever since his boy left and went to the Raiders. 87.
Jordy Nelson.
Yeah, Jordy Nelson, right. Ever since he left, all he has is Devontae Adams. People have told me Valdez Scantling and these guys. No, he makes them good. He makes them better. You know what I mean? So, Will, man, what do you think of this?
I think this is wild. I just continue to watch this with just a whole lot of intrigue because the Packers were in the NFC Championship game. They were competing. They were right there with the Bucs and could have made it to the Super Bowl. With some questionable coaching decisions. And Aaron Rodgers is willing to just say, nope, not interested. Don't need to stay. Which shows, I mean, they really have ticked him off that he's willing to leave a team like that. I mean, he is upset at that general manager, and he is not forgetting. And Ab, you are so right. It's not about the money. It's about the fact, what has he been working with the last couple of years? At the end, towards the end of his career, what have they given him and a chance to be successful? And they have really dropped the ball with giving him some weapons. And like you said, he's running for his life. His offensive line has not been good. They don't have depth there. They ignore it year after year. He doesn't have good marquee receivers, and so he's having to make something out of nothing. I mean, I just think this is going to be interesting to watch, to see what do they do. I mean, I do believe he's got a huge payout if he gets traded. New team would have to just take on a huge cap hit, and so that makes it real difficult to just say, disgruntled player, you're out of here. But I do believe next year it becomes a lot more manageable, and I just think this is going to be interesting to see if he says either, A, I'm just going to sit out, I'm not going to do this, or if he says, this is my last year here, this is it, and then I'm out. And it'll be interesting to see then what it takes the following year then. I mean, I think offseason next year with Aaron Rodgers, if I don't know if he's going to get traded this offseason. I don't think it's going to happen now. So I just think this is going to be real interesting to revisit come February of next year.
Yeah. And honestly, shout out to Nathan. He says, with all due respect, this isn't giving you Brett Favre vibes. Everybody was on Favre's ass, but Aaron, we are giving him the sympathy card. I understand, but this is a business. Okay. Thank you for commenting. Thank you for watching.
He's not wrong. He's not wrong. He's not wrong. What he's saying is basically what they did to Aaron Rodgers is what they did to Brett Favre. I don't remember everything about that time, but I think what happened here is Aaron Rodgers was blindsided by the Jordan Love pick. They could have given him a heads up that, hey, we really like this guy. If he slips to us, we may be looking at him. And I think the Packers are on the verge of championships, and so that's what kind of people surprised. They said, whoa, you're willing to go for your future and not help right now. But I'll have to admit, I can't remember everything about that Rodgers draft and how good the Packers were. Or were they just kind of a middle of the road, could make playoffs team?
But if I remember correctly, Brett Favre had them in limbo every year. Like I understand these quarterbacks are saying, yeah. See, I understand that it's it's the similarities. Basically, these quarterbacks are like, what about me? What about me? What about me? But Brett Favre literally every year was like, I'm gonna retire, and then didn't come out of retirement until like training camp. Like Brett Favre, Aaron Rodgers is basically saying, I don't want to F with y'all no more. I'm done with y'all. But Brett Favre kept being like, I'm retiring, and then all of a sudden he's like, oh, I'm here. Guess what? I'm here. You know what I'm saying? Didn't fill out the retirement paperwork and was just all of a sudden showing up at training camp being like, I'm here. I'm your starting quarterback still. And then they were like, you're playing too many games. Like, Aaron Rodgers ain't playing no games with y'all. Like, honestly, like, even with all the back and forth that they're saying that Aaron Rodgers is doing, he's been pretty consistent basically saying, I'm done with y'all. Yeah. But you guys, it's like a bad girlfriend relationship. Like, well, you say it to my face. I said it every which way possible. Like,
you don't really mean that. You don't really mean that.
They're like, you didn't say it. You didn't say it to my face without showing me your hands, showing them that they're not crossed. Like, you didn't tell me, like, come on, man. Like, Green Bay is acting like a bad girlfriend right now, and like a bad ex-girlfriend. Like, won't take the breakup as being serious. It's as serious as can be. Right. And I don't think it's fair to say it's the same as Brett Favre, because Brett Favre was literally saying he was going to retire just so he didn't have to participate in off-season practice.
Right.
So,
yeah. He knew what he was
It's
doing.
not
Brett
the
Favre was
same.
different. Brett Favre was exactly. He was playing it. He was just sitting back. He'd have what it was. Jared Allen and those guys come to the house. Oh, let's talk to Brett. Brett's like, hey, come on, guys, let's have a drink. We're chilling, and we're not going to do because with him it was just like you said, Ab, practice. This is practice. Are you kidding me? Do you know who I am?
I've been in this for 20 years, and you want me to
Right.
come to practice?
What? No.
Oh,
No,
man.
but like you said, Aaron Rodgers, he's different with it. Aaron Rodgers is saying, F you, I don't care what you have to say. Boom, I want out. Oh, let's do this, let's do that. I want out. Oh, da-da-da-da. I want, and Ab, you hit the nail on the head. It's like that girl where you're like, yo, I'm done, babe. No, we're through. No. Okay. All right. Well, I'll see you tomorrow. No, we're done. Like, no,
Exactly.
we're done. She's like, okay, babe. Well, do you want me to call you when I get home? No.
No.
But we gotta move on because I refuse to give this man, that bad man, any more airtime until he gets on the field.
Let me just add this. It's just
Yeah.
that when we say that they didn't give him any support and everything like that, it's that this man is basically like he has an all-pro, I want to say guard or tackle. I want to say like one of the best players. One of the best players in the league. But that's one player out of 5. You get what I'm saying? Like, Grant, you may give him another second player, but this man is basically saying, like Russell Wilson, give me an offensive line. You know what I'm saying? I'm at that time in my career that I need to start being more careful. And you guys should be thinking about that too. Like, you know what I'm saying? And they barely draft any offensive linemen. They don't draft wide receivers. Like last year was the one time they drafted a wide receiver, in the third round, Amari Rodgers. And he might not even, like, that's like too late. You get what I'm saying? Like, this man has been saying this for years. Like, draft me somebody high, so a weapon high, so that I can actually do something. And not to mention, they don't really give him a tight end, a sufficient tight end. You know what I'm saying? Like, they got that one dude, Tanya. He's a 7th rounder, undrafted free agent.
Exactly.
Bro, come on, man. Like, they playing too much, bro. Like, they don't give any. They want Aaron Rodgers to earn his money, and that's pretty bad.
And they're treating him like he a rookie to earn it. Like, not like he's that bad man that has been doing it for all these years. Not like he's the one that last year did 48 and 5.
48 and 5.
You know what I mean? It was basically almost the MVP. Like, I mean, I'm telling you, like, this guy, he knows what he wants. He's not getting that respect. And you're absolutely right, Ab. They're not helping him out. They're not giving him anything, any toys, any weapons. It's ridiculous. And so we'll see what happens because this is going to be interesting. And I can't wait to see the conclusion of this and many other stories. But another new bit of news that we have, a little more somber. Cam Akers tore his Achilles, not even in a game, not even in practice. Will, damn, how you feel about this? What does this mean for the Rams? Like, what's up?
This is crushing for them. I mean, this guy was on the verge of really turning into something this year. And I think he was he got banged up a little bit last year on that Rams team. So he really came on towards the end of the season. So he's one of those classic players, the running back in year 2 is really going to bust out. And you sit here and you think of like Matt Stafford just got signed. He's got this stud running back that he's going to be handing off to. He's got these weapons at receiver. And he just lost it. He just lost, and so, for the team, I mean, this a big blow to the Rams, big blow.
Yeah. And that's the thing. And that's the first thing I thought was like, oh my God, this was the year that he was going to peak. He had that great playoff run. He had a great couple games coming into the playoffs last year. And now it was like, this was the year. He's the number one guy. I mean, I hate this. I absolutely hate this. And Ab, you don't want to see this happen to a guy, but unfortunately it does happen. his backup is Henderson. There's other guys that are available. What do you think about this? The injury? What do you think about what they're going to potentially be doing, like in replacement? Like, what's going on?
Will, did you say anything about a replacement?
I hadn't gone there. You're the first to go.
All right. So to me, honestly, if anybody remembers last year, Henderson and Akers was like a 1-2 punch last year. So Henderson can very well take over the roles himself. But if we remember how Sean McVay likes to do it, he likes to run, and like throw different styles, this and that your way, and you can't be that diverse if you only have like one main back. Yeah. And to me, when Sean McVay was here, he had RG3 and Alfred Morris. So that was a 1-2 punch that like was very diverse, and it worked. It worked a lot. So to me, is that he's going to have to bring someone in. There was one, so they got one player that was a 7th rounder this past draft, and undrafted last year. I don't think that's going to do it. I mean, they say they like them both, but if you're supposed to make a Super Bowl run, this isn't the time to be like,
not gonna do it.
This is your chance. Here you go. Like, let's see what you can do. Nah, bro. Nah, man. If you're going to do a 1-2 punch, you're going to have to bring somebody in. And honestly, I think this is the call. Like, I think this is the calling for. No, we're not talking no Todd Gurley. Stop it.
I'm saying, I know, not to Aaron saying Todd Gurley coming back.
We're not talking no Todd Gurley, man. I'm gonna say it right here. You heard it first. AP. They need AP in there right now. They need someone that's dependable and that can actually just take the ball and honestly do what they can, just take over a game. And AP is that person. And if you want to change it up, you got Henderson to just do everything that he can other than what AP does. AP is that smash you right down your throat, and Henderson is everything else. So why not? You know what I'm saying? Like, and I don't care what anybody says. AP is durable than a mug, bro. Like, this man 45 and with the cane, and he's able to run over all of us put together. So AP it is, man. Because honestly, the only other person I really think that deserves a chance out there is Duke Johnson, and I just think he's too small. He's too small to be out there like that. So AP is my guy to go out there. And after training camp, like honestly, after they get a few days in training camp, I think that's when they'll be like, okay, we need something else. We need a little bit more consistency. And AP is that.
Yeah, most definitely. Yo, hey, and shout out to the people we're watching. We got a bunch of people over on the stream right now. Shout out to Joe Newman, talking about they started when they drafted a QB. If they didn't, this wouldn't have been an issue. The same with Brett, but that goes back to the other thing. Shout out to Brandon Liddy talking about Aaron Rodgers not coming to Washington. Don't worry about it. We'll see what happens. Yo, shout out to Jack. Jack's watching, saying, yo, if they don't pick up AP, if they don't pick up another running back, y'all better draft D. Henderson in fantasy. He's moving up the list. Yo, shout out to all y'all that are watching. Look, wait, hold up. Cam, what are you talking about? AAR Peterson? Oh, my goodness.
I agree with that user. Who's that?
That's my nephew, Cameron.
I think he's right.
Man, oh, man. Yo, and they need to. Will, man, what do you think, man?
I'm with you that I love AP. I would love for them to give him a chance. But what did we say about AP, which is why he's not in Washington anymore? How predictable did the offense get when he's in there?
Yeah, and it would take snaps away from Gibson.
Right. And I just don't see Sean McVay being willing to go to somebody who what's coming with AP in there. he's kind of too much of he's trying to keep you on your toes and not sure what's coming. I read where I heard there's a dude out of Denver. Royce Freeman could be someone in play. I think I remember seeing like the Texans, I believe, have signed like 4 ex-starters to be running as their running back. So there could be something here in training camp and the preseason. One of these guys that notices they're not going to get that much playing time. You're right, though. You can't go Darrell Henderson to who they drafted. But I will say that 7th round pick is University of Maryland product, Jake Funk. Don't sleep on Jake by the end of the season. But you are correct, where you can't be giving him the rock right now. But by the end of the season, you never know with this guy. He's a stud, and he's come back from worse. And he really could be something to watch out for. So when you need to get those fantasy sleepers towards the end of the year, look out for Jake Funk.
Jake Funk. Does this have anything to do with your love of Maryland? I'm just asking.
That's exactly what it is.
Of course
it is. That's all it is. Jesus.
Oh, yeah. He's a product of the DMV. Y'all should be proud of this guy in the NFL. Have some pride in your local football team. They're the Terps.
But that wasn't who I was talking about before, bro.
You said 7th round, and then you said an undrafted.
Yeah, it was Raymond Callis or something like that. That was the 7th rounder. That was the 7th rounder I was talking about.
Gotcha. Well, Jake Funk is there, so you watch.
Yeah, he is. He is there.
Yeah,
it's a whole bunch of punt returners, bro. Like I don't know what they drafted a whole bunch of punt returners. I don't know why.
You all just got silent. Like, I got nothing.
Don't fake the funk, man. Don't fake the funk. Come on now, Jake Funk. Oh
Nathan,
my God! Well,
look what Nathan just said.
It's gonna be a steal for sure.
That's
wow.
He lives in Maryland.
That is not right. You're asking for confirmation from, okay? Right. Don't get your validation from this man. Nathan, I'm playing, bro. I'm playing.
Maryland owned Nathan Snell on here. Gonna be a steal. Hey, there we go. Let's see. We have it on video. Let's see what happens. But at the end of the day, Cam, man, we wish all the best to you, man. This is awful that this happened 2 weeks before the season, preseason, all this stuff starting. This was going to be your year, man. But hey, keep your head on straight. Keep your eyes on the prize, man. You'll get back there, and it'll be a great story about how you got back in it, man. So we got to move on to the longest running segment on Washington Football Weekly. Like it, love it, or
hated it.
Yes, sir. And ladies and gentlemen, if you don't know this, we put up a couple topics and we give our opinion. Either we like it or maybe we really love it or we're like, what in the hated it. So starting off with this, and Will, I'm going to come to you first. Like it, love it, or hate it. Journalist Mike Silver, the old the NFL Network journalist, ESPN announcer, commentator, journalist, was hired by the Washington Football Team. Will, talk to us. How you feel about this?
I think I like this. I mean, obviously, it's not going to affect anything on the actual football side of things, but he's got a background with Sports Illustrated, with NFL Network. He's a national reporter. I think what I see with this is, for so many years, national reporters, all they do is dog us, and they find anything to make fun of us about. And here we got a national reporter who says, I want to join that team. I want to be a part of that. I think that speaks some volumes of it. He's got a really strong relationship with Ron Rivera. They're very, very close. And so obviously that played a big factor into it. But it sort of, to me, seems like maybe other people, maybe, the national folks are taking notice as to where we're going. And not just on the football side, but on the other business side of things. And maybe that means that we're more of a franchise that they want to be associated with. I think it's kind of interesting because he's going to work for us, but I still believe he's going to have his segments with NFL Network. He's going to try and produce some content, some stories with players. I think he's going to be on the sidelines for preseason, so it's going to be kind of some interesting to see. But like I said, I mean, I don't think there's anything negative about it. I don't know how much of an effect he's really going to have. But again, it's more like, could the tide be changing on feelings of our franchise?
That's a good point, because I think one thing it shows is that the culture is changing. I think, and Ron started it when him coming in and everything he's been through and kind of how his whole persona is. And if I'm not mistaken, Will, this guy, Mike Silver, is close with Ron Rivera. Yeah.
Very.
So that will be a huge benefit for us. I know I was reading he's going to be on the podcast immediately for Washington football team. He's going to be starting to get involved in it. I've seen him a bunch on NFL Network. I've seen him on all those, and I'm glad he's going to keep that role. But I think this is great. I like this. I'm leaning towards loving it. When you have people want to come and be a part of you instead of running for the hills, which is what we've had recently. Like, I like this. Let's start. We've been adding good people. Let's continue to add good people. So hopefully this is a bit beneficial to us. Abs, think, man.
It's one of those things that I don't care. It's like, to me, if I'm being myself, and if I'm really thinking on how this is going, I have a theory.
Okay.
This is literally just kind of like crowd control. This is like he's a media guy, and he's basically got hired to do the same thing as Julie Donaldson is, and basically, and that's to shine good light upon us. And to me is, because, I mean, when you showed me, like, I didn't know who this guy was at the beginning, but now that you showed me a picture of him, like, the guy is legit. The guy, he's, like, respectable. He's almost there with Adam Schefter in, like, reports, and just, like, he's just a legit guy. But to me, this is literally just something to... Sorry.
Yeah.
I thought you were starting to throw up.
I was like, oh, snap.
This is literally just something to control the noise that's being put out.
I was just thinking, control the narrative as you talked about it.
Yeah, and so to me, like, you get a legit person, get them on our side, and get them under our payroll, and now this is like, he is one of our people to get just the right message out.
Right.
And for the next few years, this is what we have to do. And this is a smart play. I like it for that reason. But to me, this is not that important as far as our team, as our players. But honestly, the message, the culture, and everything like that, the overall, this is great for our team just to get the right message out.
Oh, yeah, most definitely.
Hey, Sean, let me take a guess here. The one who says that we're getting a lot of hype is Jack, isn't it?
Oh, yeah.
He's such a Debbie Downer.
What?
Jack said, hey, Washington football team's getting a lot of hype this year for the press. Makes me nervous.
Oh, he's such a Debbie Downer.
He said, I don't want any attention.
He never has any hope in any of the sports teams. He just waits for them to let him down.
All right, hold up. We got Nathan Snell. Oh, Ab, drink some water. Uh-oh.
Here it is.
No, there we go.
Close enough.
Oh, man. Oh, all right. I agree with everything Abdul just said. Okay.
Listeners like it.
And that was a quick scare. Hello, Anton. What's going on, Mr. World Sport?
Hope all is well with your girl.
Right. Definitely. Like, give us updates. Let us make sure everything is cool. All right, moving on from this. And Ab, I'm gonna come to you first. We've addressed this. We've addressed it time and time again, and I'm I'm not happy about how this looks. Washington football team is listed as one of the 4 teams having less than 50% COVID vaccinations. Ab, talk to me, man. Come on, man. What is this?
All right. Granted, everyone has their opinions. Granted, everyone has their views on taking shots. It's your choice right now. It's your choice. Right now, it's your choice to get vaccinated. Okay. And people are taking their God-given constitutional right to choose or be dumbasses, wherever you want to be, on getting your shots. But as far as being on an organization level, you know what I'm saying? I've already brought this up to you guys, and honestly, it takes one person to eliminate a group of positional players. And this is all I can think about when I see this. And I've said this before in past shows, that, and especially on our defensive end, in our defensive end group, is very thin. Past Chase Young, past Sweat. Who do we have after them? You know what I'm saying? And our defensive line is basically anchored on them. And what if who was it? Montez Sweat that was against getting a shot?
Yeah.
He takes out the whole defensive end group. And honestly, if you're saying that will never happen, it happened last year, y'all. It happened in Denver, Colorado.
Denver Broncos.
And it took out the whole quarterback room. They had a fool that was a wide receiver. I want to say he was like 7th round too, bro. A 7th round wide receiver playing quarterback.
Yes, Mr. Hinton. Yes, sir.
And so don't say it can't happen, because honestly, it takes one player to eliminate a whole positional group. And to me, I think that is just too, especially with so it's too easy for that to happen. And it's too easy to mess up a game plan. It's too easy to mess up the motivation going in on Sunday, Thursday, Monday. This is bad, guys. This is really, really bad. And I'm like, this isn't to shit on anybody that about what your choices are and everything like that. But I think you gotta actually look and be like, I can affect my whole team by what my choice is. And honestly, I pray that it doesn't happen. I don't wish it on anybody, but this is it's not a good look. It's a bad look. I do not like this. I hate this, Sean. And I'm praying it doesn't eliminate us, because essentially, I think this could probably take us out of contention, because every year, the NFC East is always it's always a battle for our division. So this could take us out of contention, guys.
I think you're absolutely right. I think we are that team where we have things working for us. We have everything going in the right direction, but it could be something like this. You look at the Ravens last year. Barely ended up making the playoffs. Halfway through the year, half their team was out. The Titans, half their squad was out because of this nonsense. Guys, there's a Delta variant that's out. You stay educated on this stuff. You need to keep you protected, but also those around you. I agree with you, Ab. I 100% hate this, because this is ridiculous. The fact that there's only 4 teams that have less than 50%, and we're one of these 4. It's like all this positive news we're hearing is just covering up this type of BS. Like, come on, guys. Like, get it together, because that's all. You're absolutely right. And let's not even talk about just defensive end. We don't know who has it, who doesn't have it, but what if it hits our quarterback room? You know, you don't have to go too far into that to depth chart to really be having issues. You know what I mean? You know, we're all hopeful on Heineke if he ever has to get in, God forbid. But then after that, what are we talking about? You know what I mean? Montez and Kyle Allen, like, come on now. So we gotta pay attention. It's gotta be for other people, man. We gotta focus, and it's part of that team thing. But Will, what do you think about this, man?
I mean, I think the NFL has made it very clear that those players and teams that have high vaccination rates are going to have a competitive advantage out there. And we talk about whether it hits one of our star players or what if it hits someone lesser known, but it's one of your star players who is unvaccinated. There is a difference in the level of testing and contract tracing that they are going to put into place. And where if you've been vaccinated, you have a much better chance of coming back on the field versus if you have not been vaccinated. And whether you keep testing negative day after day after day, come game day, they may still say, nope, we can't take the risk because maybe at 10 o'clock you don't, but at 4 o'clock when the game's over, you could test positive. We are not going to let you be out there.
Right.
So it's a major disadvantage if you have not been vaccinated. And I think back to what we're at right now. The world's about to watch the Olympics. And some of the concerns that athletes had was I didn't want this to affect my training.
Yeah.
Hearing that people, may be out a day or two, they were not willing to do it. Well, we're like 2 weeks away from training camp.
Yeah.
And you're going to have 2 weeks before you take your second shot. So we're at that point of the NFL offseason where this is it. It's you're getting into your season. And there's no way they're going to want people to be taking vaccines at training camp or during preseason and getting away from practice because they need to be learning what they need to do. So this is a major concern that we're this close to the season starting and we're at where we are. Very concerned.
Yeah. And I think you hit the nail on the head with the Olympics thing. We've just heard about people that have now missed out on being able to go because they tested positive. We've heard about there was a case, if I'm not mistaken, in Olympic Village, where something came about where somebody tested positive. Guys, this is serious, and it's starting to get to the place where we've documented on this show the NFL's protocols. If you don't have both of your shots, the NFL is very strict on keeping things essentially for you the way that they were. But ladies and gentlemen, let's not act like this can't work, guys. If we follow the rule, the NBA just finished their season. You saw what happened with them. WNBA is going on. Major League Baseball is going on. We can do it, but it's a two-way street. You got to work. You guys got to work with us, work with each other, so we can eradicate this thing, so we can get back to just being normal and out here and open. Come on, guys. Come on. So,
real quick.
Yeah.
Real quick. And we talked about it a few weeks ago. The difference between people that get their shots and people that don't get their shots. The privileges you get for having your shot as opposed to not having it.
Yeah.
So if we're under 50%, do you know that's a lot more babysitting we have to do for all these other players?
Right.
Because, what I'm saying? Make sure that you don't leave your room after this time. You get what I'm saying? That's these are grown ass men that we're going to sit here and have to babysit because they didn't get their shots. And them being grown, they're going to be like, man, you can't tell me what not to do. I mean, the law says that I can do whatever I want to do, regardless if I have the shot or not. And the only people that know I don't have a shot are you guys. And it's just, it's messy. It brings a whole bunch of and we don't want a situation where guys are disobeying what the league rules are just because they want to go out of town or something like that. And I mean, we're talking about getting each other sick, but we're also not talking about the resources it's going to take to keep everybody that hasn't gotten their shots in line. Right. That's a big issue too. You know what I'm saying? That's nobody wants to babysit another grown ass man.
What it is, man. What it is. Yo, shout out to Jack. Daily tests for the unvaccinated players. They're gonna force it to happen, man. We go. Come on, guys, get it together. Also,
the thing is, it's not like. Oh, yeah, I knew he was saying that. Blind
over Will, yeah.
Whatever. Well, it's there's a big difference, though, between last year and this year. You could say, hey, listen, these players weren't vaccinated last year, and there were a couple cases that really hurt teams, but the majority we got through a season. But that's totally changed with this year. People are out and about, businesses are open, and so there is a greater chance if you're not vaccinated, especially with this variant that's going around right now, that you could get it, because we're not all sitting at home. Then they go to practice. Then they're sitting at home again. Restaurants are open. Your ability to be interacting with people and increase your risk is much higher this season than it was last year.
Yeah, absolutely right. Absolutely right. So guys, let's go. Let's get this thing going, because I fear it will rear its ugly head coming close to the end of the season. Ladies and gentlemen, we have to move on. And like 11 Hayden, we have another one. We're going to bring that up in the coming weeks. I wanted to move on to the position battles, so I'll save that one for a little bit later. Now, next on the agenda, we know training camp coming up. We know preseason will be coming up in the next couple of weeks. The Hall of Fame game is like 9 days away, maybe? Is it, August 4th, August 5th, something like that? So
it doesn't matter. Two teams I do not give a shit about. So.
Yes, one of them is Dallas, who's on Hard Knocks. Okay, Operation Let's Find Out the Secrets starts when Hard Knocks starts. Let's get it. And it was funny because I was looking on YouTube just to see when's the last time I was on Hard Knocks, and the first thing that came up is T.O. and those big glasses talking about my quarterback. Yeah. I love my quarterback. Yo, these guys, I'm so glad they're on Hard Knocks. Yo, check out my interview with Jared Harmon last night, diehard Cowboys fan. Talked to him about that, and as a Cowboys fan, he wasn't excited that they were on there either. But one thing we are excited about is these different position battles, ladies and gentlemen. We're trying to figure out which position group and competition are we most looking forward to. Will, I'm going to come to you first because I'm excited about this one.
I'm torn. I'm torn between wide receiver and corner. I think wide receiver, because I'm just really curious how it's all going to play out. I think there are 5 locks on the team already. They go a little bit. I've got one person that Ab gives me that look. I think we got McLaurin, Samuel.
5. You have 5 locks?
Yeah, for now. So I got McLaurin, Samuel, Brown, Cam Sims, and I've got Adam Humphries as a lock.
Oh, that's the one.
I got him as a lock because he's Fitz's boy. Okay.
Yeah.
So then I want to see what comes about AGG.
Mm-hmm.
They drafted this guy. He was hurt last year, so we didn't get a chance to really go about him. Kelvin Harmon. They didn't draft this guy, Ron Rivera didn't draft him.
Oh, okay.
So he's not his guy, but he showed something as a rookie, that second half of the season, and he's a big body. Kind of see what type of possession player they could be. We've got the undrafted guy from the year before, Isaiah Wright. He played a lot, didn't show a whole lot, but he played. The 7th round pick, Dax Milne. I don't know how to pronounce his last name. Be interesting to see. And I'm just curious. I mean, we all are throwing out Steven Sims Jr., but who knows? Maybe the fact that he knows his job's on the line here. He came in last year basically being the slot guy, and that's been removed. He is a speed guy. We'll have to see what he shows in training camp. I think the back end, the 6th, maybe 7th wide receiver is going to be really, really interesting to see what they go with and see how these guys play.
Yeah, I like that.
Who was your last 5 again? Real quick.
McLaurin, Samuel, Brown, Cam Sims, Adam Humphries.
So Milan doesn't make it. Dax doesn't make it on the team.
Well, I don't know who's going to be 6 or 7. Is what I'm saying. That's what I'm interested to see. Is who gets that 6th spot, and do they actually go and keep 7?
Yeah, I see that.
There's a lot of potential, with AGG and Harmon that we don't know about. There's speed with Steven Sims Jr. It's like, I don't know. Let's see what they're like.
But now, you also said cornerback too.
So everyone keeps hyping up or saying what we got to do with Fuller. I mean, Fuller's our number 1 cornerback. So I want to see Fuller and Jackson together. And then I want to see, this rookie, Benjamin St. Juice. We think he's going to be the 3. We think maybe he can play outside and jam guys and allow Fuller to move to the slot when needed on big plays. But we don't know. We don't know about JMU Jimmy, how he's going to progress in year 3. And then I don't know who's after that, to be honest with you. And so I think that's going to be interesting to just kind of see the rookie, how he plays. Does he show what he showed in minicamp as being ready? Is he going to be ready to go, guns blazing at training camp? I think it's be interesting to see.
I like that. Ad, what you think, man?
For argument's sake, I have to agree with for this topic. The position battle would be wide receiver. I have a close second though, but I'm gonna say there's only 3 locks. I don't like after 3, you're kind of just like it's a toss up, and like there's favorable and less favorable after that. But the top 3 for wide receivers are McLaurin, Samuel, and Brown. And Brown is because they just drafted him. They drafted him. I mean, 3rd, 4th round is high-ish. You know what I'm saying? So that right there. And just to me, I think those could be your starters for real. Like right there, those could be your starters. And saying that, that's why you don't need an Adam Humphries. They let go of Morgan Moses. The way that I see it, they let go of Morgan Moses because they had a guy that was almost ready or about ready that can take his spot right there. To me, Adam Humphries, if we drafted a player that's almost there, why do we need Adam Humphries now? So the same reason we got rid of Morgan Moses, same reason we get rid of Adam Humphries. And to me, all these guys are about 6 feet tall. Brown, Samuel, and McLaurin are 6 feet tall. We need giants, bro. We need some big guys. 6'3", 4, 5. So I think we keep both Antonio Gandy Golden and we keep Harmon. So Kelvin Harmon. So right there, that's 5 right there. And to me, if we go back, I think I only got 6 wide receivers. Yeah. And so the 6'1", I think just to throw it in there to mix it up, Milne. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. I think Milne. You know what I'm saying?
You said that earlier. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I just, to me, Steven Sims, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, to me, it's that just for the same reason that you said Harmon wasn't one of Ron Rivera's guys, Steven Sims isn't Ron Rivera's guy. So, same reason right there. So, to me, I think they'll keep Harmon over Sims because essentially Terry, McLaurin, Samuels, or Brown can play the slot. So why do you need Steven Sims? Why do you need him? And to me, Milne is just something different. Backup, returner. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, just to throw it out there. Yeah. But my second position battle is defensive end 2. Not starters, 2. Because and see, I do my homework, guys. I like everybody. No one would ever consider this a position battle. I'ma just tell you. I've been saying it all along. We are one injury away on our starting defense away from being an average ass defense, if not worse. So the position battle for second is between 2 7th rounders and maybe an undrafted rookie. Like, come on, man.
Scary.
Like that. Are you kidding me? We go from 2 first rounders to seventh rounders. That's come on, man. That gap is crazy, man. And someone seriously has to step up, like because as much as I would want Chase Young and Montez Sweat to stay on the field 100% of the time, that's not realistic, guys. It's not realistic. So one of these seventh rounders has to step up. Shaka Tony and James Smith Williams, and then there was another one from last year, Will Bradley King. One of these guys has to step up. They're all seventh rounders, bro. That's not okay. That is not okay, guys. And to me, it's just that's the real position battle right there. Is who's going to step up and be the primary backup to our all-star defensive ends.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm with that. I like that. Honestly, I think both of y'all hit it with the wide receivers. That battle is the one I'm looking for. But I think it starts after third. So I think it's obviously McLaurin, obviously Samuel, obviously Brown, and then I think after that. I personally think we're going to keep Humphreys for the same reason that Will was saying, that there's closeness between him and Fitz, and the fact that we just signed him. So I think we're going to keep him, and for experience, and I like that Dax Malign guy. Those others, AGG, Harmon, Sims, Junior Sims, I think it's going to be a battle, and that's the one I'm really eager to see because I can't call it. I can't. Some of those, AGG and Harmon, some of they were hurt. They were out not playing. So it's like, we're in a league that's what have you done for me lately? And if you ain't been playing well, you're going to have to dominate right now. So I'm eager to see what they're doing. And the other position I think is linebacker. I think, between Bostic, between Cole Holcomb, between our first-round rookie, Jamin Davis, I'm eager to see who steps above the rest, who takes that role, and then who the backup is and how much they're going to be ready to move in. That's something that we've all talked about since we first started the show. Linebacker is that's been a hole, and we need to fill that. So I'm eager to see who kind of moves up into that role and could be consistent.
I don't think it's a position battle, though. I think those are easily our three starters. If you were talking about the backup to them, that's another argument. But those three are easily our starters at middle linebacker, bro.
Yeah. So, and that's gonna
another one, tight end 3.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, battle of the suck.
Tight
all
end
this. I mean, come on.
Not really. Jordan, Logan Thomas 1, John Bates 2, and 3 is a toss-up of Reyes and old boy from Arizona,
Seals Jones.
Yeah.
I
think there's a toss-up. I think that's a battle right there because
But do you like that battle?
I don't think we have the luxury to have 4 tight ends. So 3 is where it's at.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
Well, I don't think any of the guys, minus Reyes has this potential, but I don't think any of those guys show that they should be on a roster. You could they really like a tight end named Tamarick Hemingway. You can practice squad that guy and let him develop. You can practice squad Sammy Reyes and let him develop, and to where I don't think they need the roster spot. And that's kind of where, I think Dax Milne is going to be on Washington's team on the practice squad because I think you can cut him and still keep him. Right. And that's kind of why I didn't include him on mine. And that's the same with tight end 3. Yeah. Let these guys develop. What's the old Joe Gibbs thing? Fake an injury so that they sit out for a while so they can't get picked up.
They did it under Gruden too, bro.
Yeah.
My fingernail.
Put him on injured reserve. He's out.
Yep. Go ahead, take a seat. Shout out to Anthony Handy. Just jumped in here. Was talking about Samuels played well in the slot, played 60% of the snaps last season, so that's definitely good. When you were paused, Av, he's like, I'm hearing Jeopardy music with Avs was thinking because you looked up True that those studs at defensive will need some rest, especially in a runaway game. No sense of getting them hurt. Exactly. So definitely glad you came to watch. And yeah, I agree. I'm eager to see what happens. But I think one place that we've all three of us mentioned, I think we can all agree we're very eager to see is at wide receiver. We want to see what happens because we have a threat in Fitzpatrick. We know there's going to be a lot of balls going around, but there's not enough for all the amount of guys that we have. That was Jack. Oh, that was Jack that talked about Samuel. That wasn't.
Well, and they need to play him at slot. The Samuel needs something. That's where he earned his money last year.
Right.
With Carolina, you can't just push him to the outside the whole time just because you gave him big money.
No,
right.
And that's not really big money, but I get what you're saying. But to me, is that we have these three diverse kids, and like that is the reason why we got why we're excited about this season is about the diversity and everything like that. Like you don't know what we're going to do with any of them. You get what I'm saying? Like you can put them anywhere, and it's going to be a shock. And to me, I think that was a one of the Patriots' biggest game plans. One of their years, but they just had so many diverse players that no one knew what their next play was going to be. There's no tape for that. You know what I'm saying? So.
Oh yeah. Washington needs another Santana Moss. Portis once famously said Santana is the best cross-eye wide receiver in the league.
Cross-eyes?
Yeah. I understand
that. But yeah, so that is definitely something we're interested in, and that will lead us into our last topic, which was brought up by our man, our Mr. Moral Sports, Anton Benton. Hopefully everything is going okay with Stephanie. Hopefully, you guys get whatever taken care of is necessary and whatnot. But he put up who's the best 1-2 punch, the best duo on our team. So, Ab, I'll start with you.
It's too easy. It's Sweat and Young. That's the easiest question ever. There's it is. Honestly, you could consider McLaurin and Samuels, but you don't know how they play with each other. You know how Sweat and Young play with each other, and they play phenomenally together. In their first year together, almost 20 sacks, and you know what I'm saying? Like that right there, it's crazy. I think next year, after a year of playing together, after some a real training camp, because they didn't have a training camp last year.
Right.
After a real training camp this year, bro, both double digits on both sides.
On both
sides, 2 double digits.
Lock it in, absolutely.
Yeah, I love that. Let's go. I love that. Will, what you think, man?
Yeah, so Ab, you said exactly what I was thinking. Was it's too unpredictable to pick where there's newcomers. We just don't know what the gel is going to be. So yeah, obviously Sweat and Young is the easy answer. So I started thinking a little bit deeper, and I actually think our running back tandem is a really good punch that complement each other really well. And I think it allows for their strengths get a chance to be highlighted to where they're not jumping on each other, and they can really work together. And I only hope this year we put a few more, them both in the backfield, together, so you don't know who's going to get it. Now, what we don't know is how often are we going to be throwing that running back swing, because we don't have Alex Smith throwing the ball 5 yards past the line of scrimmage no more. So that may not be Fitz's MO.
Speaking of Alex Smith, Nathan Snell, I thought it was going to be Alex Smith before he left and Antonio Gibson. Just stop.
So, that's what I was thinking. The other really easy one is I can't. I'm gonna say this. I didn't coin this phrase, but our group of defensive tackles that you can call them the beer, the IPAs.
Yeah,
you know, and we got 4 of them now this year.
Right.
How the heck are they gonna all get playing time?
That's what I was thinking. I was thinking those D tackles. I was thinking those D tackles, man. I was thinking, because they did a lot of the meat, a lot of the grunt work on the inside, while Chase Young and Sweat had the edge. I think those D tackles were huge. I think that tandem in the middle and whoever. Personally, I'm so excited to see Matt Ioannidis come back. Put him in there with Deron Payne. Put him in there with Jonathan Allen. Like, I love that because that clogs up those middle. That stops those guys from double teaming our guys on the outside. Lets those linebackers roam. So yeah, my best duo is right in there. But then my other one, I was thinking of just 2 players that I thought did well, but they don't really ping off each other. I was going to say Gibson and McLaurin. It's just 2 young guys that have come up and are leaders at a young age. They're productive. They're getting the job done. I love what they bring to the table. Let's see. Jack said Fitzpatrick and Heineke both are going to play this year. Good, Jack. Oh, my goodness, Jack.
Could happen.
It definitely could happen. I'm not saying it's not going to happen.
I'm going to put this out there. For the same reason why we gave up Morgan Moses and the same reason why I said that we'll give up on who did I say before? Oh, man. Humphreys. The same reason. I think we're going to cut McKissick too. I think we'll cut McKissick too for that reason.
Ooh, interesting. And then keep what? Lamar Miller and Peyton Barber?
Jared Patterson?
Jared Patterson too?
Yeah, Jared Patterson and I think Lamar just to have that veteran presence back there.
Y'all, Ron Rivera loves Peyton Barber. We may not like him, but he does. You can't discount that.
You're right. I don't like his ass.
No, you hate him.
So earlier today, I watched ESPN, Ezekiel Elliott, a career low 4 yards, 4 yards per rush. I'm like, they're saying that's a low? Like that, like I'm just like to me, like 4 yards, like especially in NFL, that's actually okay. Like you get what I'm saying? Like that's all right. And they're saying that's a low for Ezekiel Elliott. And we're talking about Peyton Barber. This fool can't even do 2. Like, and we're like, you know what I'm saying? Like, and then he's a favorite. That just that blows my mind, guys. It blows my mind.
Blasphemy. Yo, absolutely. I think this is great. Anthony's talking about Matt Ian, however you spell it. It sounds like he's the ruler from Sparta. Shout out to Anthony Handy.
He's hilarious, man.
Yeah, Nathan saying they're saying it's the low because it's ESPN. I got you. Oh, and Nathan's got this the media controls the narrative.
They only control the narrative. If you're ignorant. So let's just let if you know what you're talking about,
mic drop.
They don't control the narrative at all.
Boom.
Yeah, but I would say that most people don't, and so they do follow the bullshit.
Oh, you're right. Most people are ignorant.
Yeah.
You're right.
Right.
I wasn't.
Yeah.
You're absolutely right.
And they will follow the storylines of the week, and as the season ebbs and flows, and with it.
They'll follow the titles. They won't even read the articles.
No, right.
They'll just follow the titles.
Right, and that's why I think it was you that posted something a couple weeks ago, or somebody I saw where it was like, stop just reading titles and actually look into something. If you haven't read it, don't talk to me.
Yeah, don't say shit.
Right.
Don't. Like, how are you gonna have over 5 words? Bro, Like, come on.
Yeah, it's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. Well, yeah, yo. So I absolutely love that. Another week in the books. And ladies and gentlemen, I got to shout out you guys. Ladies and gentlemen, we have had no less than about 5 people listening. We got up to about 8 or 9 at one point. I tagged a bunch of y'all. Y'all definitely came out, joined us, joined in the conversation. That's why we do it, ladies and gentlemen.
This was fun. The interaction's fun with them.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. So we can get your point of view. You can hear what we're saying. We can go back and forth. Call us out. Check us on what we're not saying right, or, you know, and we'll call you out. Trust and believe that. Trust and believe that. So, yo, absolutely love all you guys watching. Appreciate you guys watching. Definitely tune in next week. We will be back 1 week closer to preseason, ladies and gentlemen. 1 week closer. Oh, my goodness, I'm excited. Yes. Yes, sir. Yo, so, hey, got to show love to the people that are with me, under me, the man that needs no shirt, the shirtless wonder. But I have a shirt for you coming. I have a shirt for you, Kai. It's gonna be on. It's gonna be with your name. It's gonna have one of the names we have for you on the show, and it's gonna work perfectly. I hope you're gonna like it.
All right, we're gonna start merchandising soon. Okay,
Hey,
so
let's get it. Let's get it. Yo,
50 for me, 50 for you, and you can get whatever's left over, man, for real. Because you've been tripping ever. I bet you, man, for real. That's from a movie. Please tell me y'all know the movie.
wait a second. Hold up.
Money Talks. Oh my gosh, man. Oh God.
Money talk. Yo, here we go. Shout out to Jackson. You guys ready for hyped up training camp? Will?
No. I mean, yes, I'm ready for training camp. I'm not hyped up about it. Yes.
Right, yet. Let's see. Yo. So, hey, and right here, my guy, South Carolina's eggplant, Mr. Dub K, Will Kramer, with us another week, Will. Appreciate you. You already know that. You already know that. And you know the name.
Anthony said y'all need to start playing my NSYNC karaoke on here.
Right. Ain't no lie, baby. Bye, 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 bye.
That's not my song. That's not my
What's your
song.
song?
but-
What's your song?
It's gonna be me. That's my song.
I can see you.
Anthony knows. Anthony knows.
Oh, I love that. I love that. Yo, that's what's up. Yo, let's get it. Let's get it. So, yo, again, thank you guys for watching. Definitely tune in. We're going to be hitting up more and more of these videos like this, and also fan videos where we're talking to fans, getting more interactive, getting closer to you guys, and getting your perspective on your team, on Washington, on the NFL, whatever was going on. This fall was really we're gonna start blowing up, man. We're gonna start making some moves and really getting up in your face and in your living room, bringing you the good news and the facts. You're already paying attention to it. Why not join us when we talk about it? You know. So, yo, thank you so much, guys. We love you. We appreciate you, and we will see you next week. Peace, guys.
Hello, everybody.
Hey, what's going on, guys?
I am Janae Strother.
I'm Sean Spencer.
We
are back.
We are back, ladies and gentlemen.
I gotta go out and hold up.
Come on. The lion. The lion. New man losing so fighting. Kirk Cousins.
All right. I am Janae Strother.
I am Sean Spencer.
And this is Let's Talk Football.